good.
Awesome job on that, man. I'm excited.
He's here to.
I'll give him that.
We do have the whole setup.
Oh, yeah, that's not the mic. Are we kidding?
What's up, man? How are you? I do. Thanks. Play by play? Yeah.
Well, that tells me you've set the team culture and they're already policing themselves. Trevor was here and he left when he saw the two refs walk.
He went to go find them.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me.
To do it. I just need to make sure the refs are out here.
Junior High School welcomes everyone to tonight's contest. As each team represents their respective school, we remind you that honoring the values of sportsmanship is the essence of every athletic contest. We ask you to accept responsibility as a fan to this contest by showing respect for the players, respect for the coaches, respect for the officials, and respect for those around you. Your support and cooperation will allow all athletes involved in this contest to achieve and finish their best. Worcester County Public Schools' #1 priority is to ensure the safety and security for our players, coaches, officials, and spectators. Help us to keep our facilities and athletic venues safe by immediately reporting any safety concerns to law enforcement or school administration. Please be aware that this contest is being streamed live with both audio and video. Conversations in the stands may be audible on the live stream. So please be mindful when conversing, cheering, or commenting on the game. Please familiarize yourself with the location of the nearest exit should an unlikely emergency evacuation be required. Remember, if you see something, say something. Thank you, and enjoy the game.
Look like me showing up ready to game. We're gonna get here two professionals.
We're going to do national anthem before JV just to get it done.
I think there's one more. He's got another one, Todd. There's one more.
Please rise and remove and cover for the national anthem.
Can somebody score live track on the senior? On the
We're doing it on Varsity.
Can somebody score when we get right down to one mat? Can somebody score live on track?
Yeah, it's on his computer.
Okay.
I've got to do it for overlay. Yeah.
Hey, did you put 2-1-1 in? Thank you. What time is good?
Just start the clock and keep it going.
We got into the high 40s, low 40s the year we went to state tournaments. That was like the high point. That was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. That was when Alex was a senior. Alex was still in. Normally you come right to us and pour it out, you're gonna go in over there. Well, you did the right thing. I'm waiting for first kids to move the table.
You're fine. I just want to make sure.
You just had that.
Thank you.
Middleweight. I guess it is what it says.
I figure it takes more. I'm gonna have Ducky. Duck, I'm gonna have you get some color from me.
Wait.
Like you have skins, anything, you play football, anything.
I've got a whole bunch of those about it. Like what they and well, the two that placed last year.
Yeah, but I didn't think that's it.
And then all the ones who made it.
Brad!
broadcast journalism is.
Hey,
Or Benny Mitchell.
try not to use any more.
I'm gonna work on that.
That's what I was asking.
That's my thing.
That's gonna be the big one.
Josh, I asked Ryan for a couple weigh-in sheets. If you can, send some.
So you missing me there?
Yeah.
The exact same way they talk about teaching. My first move into this game was on this doing this happening. Like, no, not for 1 minute. I thought I would, but I didn't go into other people's classrooms, have fun, and leave. I don't have to do it all in the head. No, right? I'm not a couple of lifetime wins just to balance out.
They should. I think this is
He's only got about 6 guys from last year's team. The other 44 are whatever. The 220 was honorable mention on baseline stop linebacker. Should be an athlete. I mean, you do have a history of coaching up athletic football players. Why? As in all 3 state champs since I've been at
That's the first in all of our matches.
I got one on here.
I've got a daily time subscription.
Hey, they're just one mat. It's one mat right now.
Yeah, it's over here in St. Computer. That'll be minimized once the fact. I'll bring up the overlays.
Shit out of email. I wasn't going to come into this not.
You did more than I thought.
It's because every time it's worth it, right?
I think there were only, last year, I think there were only 7 matches.
I just gave him one.
Sounds about right. 7 total. Yeah. I didn't run last year 'cause I was in Buffalo. I set it up, but I didn't run.
Here's the latest year.
Yeah, I said I already gave him
But he's waiting all 20 guys.
I got this over there.
Oh, it's right up there. Then I can pull up the Google Photos and I don't have to worry about I'm never going to pay for it. First thing I do after every day of every tournament I run is take a photo of all the weigh-in sheets. In case I lose them, I still run. Because I've had coaches that like a month later were like, hey, Duck, we still got the weigh-ins. I'm like, yeah.
This kid's lost. Right here.
One of those neutrals I can get my t-shirt, my Northwestern Elementary t-shirt.
You do know I was just kidding when I sent that text this morning, right? Well, so during the Ravens game yesterday, Dobson sent me something. And I'm like in a fall. So when you sent that, I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, I gotta be here. I wasn't. Pretty good.
Finally putting that broadcast journalism degree to use.
It's gonna be a great retirement gig. Yeah.
I'm only a year behind him. I wanted to do 31 for the big raise this year, but we're eliminating our coaches' jobs. Like technology coach, right in the classroom, but I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna run that number. What my retirement's gonna look like next spring, but I'll make a decision then. I'm doing next year. Next table.
I mean, really, but it's longer. And on Varsity, you have
Leave my Venmo deposit within 24 hours.
This, I gotta,
cashed out 400.
That's what I wanted to do. I'm saying I'm gonna do it right now.
I did it yesterday afternoon, and 26 hours later.
I can't log on my
26 hours later, I got the Venmo. I got it sent to my Venmo.
turn it to them. Okay.
Well, however you made the deposit initially,
Get it from my bank. Yeah, I bet all 7 o'clock games like no problem. I hit it, paid. I had up to 7 something, ended with 1,000.
I had a 3-leg parlay. The Ravens covering. Or no, the Ravens winning and Detroit covering. And then Kansas City winning. And I cashed out after the Detroit game because it was like $200 and some dollars. Of like, because it was one of the $200 free bet things. And I'm like, I'm cashing out because I don't want to put it. Cincinnati's good. They might beat the Chiefs.
like the gun in this one. So.
I'm gonna have some good old-fashioned shot.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Almost correct. What's that raise?
'Cause off. Yeah, that may look good.
Am I missing something? Am I missing? Finley. So
Wait, are you guys both doing this?
he's gonna assist because he's lazy, and I'm gonna do the whole.
Wait, what's your
Finesse.
coach name again?
Drew or Andrew. Either one. Andrew, yeah.
What's up, Ham?
Hello, Mr. Tournament Director, Athletic Director. I'm sorry I messed it up. You're in trouble now. You're never going to hear the end of that.
I'll do all of it.
Well, it was funny because Kelly Pullen, he says, hey, what's Todd doing? I said, well, he's not coaching now. He said, yeah, I know he's an athletic director. I said, what?
Well, that's
I said, did he tell you that? And then Don says he's trying to work you into the wrestling.
that was kind of my job tonight.
Athletic director. But you're not official. I know. Because when Kelly told me, I said, I know your sense of humor. And I started laughing. I said, he's pulling your leg.
She said it.
Oh, I forgot. Oh no, I forgot you're on air. Oh no.
We're just gonna bookmark it and celebrate it.
Free game. Free game.
Oh, gee. Now we're not going to get favorable coverage in Stephen Decatur's gym. Oh no. Okay. You know, I had to take a shot at Tom.
Because in a lot of cases, it'll just put it in. That's perfect.
We drew 6. You know, I actually made popsicle sticks with 106 all the way to Henry, and on the other side, every one of them says 106. Just in case. I just laid in there. I know.
Those things were hideously iconic.
It was, no matter whether it was Bayside, Goofy, I couldn't wait to see him walking. He got the shoes on tonight, it was so funny.
You guys were one of those years.
Really, it was so funny.
Oh, we got it great.
Had the flames on him.
Yeah, that was good.
Remember his spot had the flames on his shoes?
Anyways, pieces of worm, but it's just something to okay, is this the Viking guys? Yeah, they're the Viking. But they're gonna wait until they're gonna wait until
How you doing, Alex? Still going it.
they're gonna wait until the offensive line. I think from that well, that makes sense.
All right, kind of need your help.
You see Mike Newton sitting over there? Yeah. Who's the guy on this side of him? Because that goes down to John Coxall. That's Jagger's guy.
Okay, I got you. He's the one that does the, I'm sorry. He's the one that does the patios. Did you tell me he was the one?
That's out of the Marshall.
Who's he told me did the patio? He gave me some old McCann. Right, okay.
Don't want your headsets on for the broadcast picture. I'll send it to you, Bill. All right, we ready? All right, I'll send it to you guys. Thank you.
Get it? Yeah. Okay, good. Everything smells like stuff. Oh, yeah.
at home.
Don't tell track.
Yeah, don't tell track, and we're lucky
that's
enough to have him.
without mentioning all the efforts he put into the Stephen Decatur football team this year, and just the amazing broadcast there. We are going to get started at 106 pounds tonight. We're going to have the opening meeting with captains. We're going to decide which team gets choice to
send out first. Second, I don't think it'll matter too many times in the Bayside, but a lot of times you get to the state quarterfinals, this coin toss can make it or break it.
There's been a couple of dual meets in my coaching career where I could pretty much tell if we were going to win or lose based on whether we won or lost the toss.
A lot of people don't know how important it is.
Yeah, a couple of times when I coached you, actually, when you were at Bennett and I was at Y-High. There was at least one or two where I think it came down to the coin flip.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
At 106 pounds, we are expecting a forfeit from Wicomico. So unfortunately, we will not see the on-mat debut of sensational freshman Latre Collick's son Elijah. Instead,
they weighed two guys in at 106.
We might see him at 113 then. Nice.
Josh August is going to pull one out right off the bat.
Yes, this is the first regular season dual meet for new head coach Josh August. And that is
Juan Hinojosa,
taking the
Bayside
forfeit.
champ last year at 106, and coach has a little flexibility. You're loaded down low. You got Hinojosa can beat 95% of the kids in the state.
Juan was also third at regionals, just missed qualifying for the
This
state.
is a senior, right? Like it's a senior coming out of
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
For Y-High, we're seeing senior Aaron Leggett. He was a regional qualifier last year, currently ranked number 12 overall in the state. And for Stephen Decatur,
got Elijah Collick, freshman, highly touted, probably the most accomplished wrestler coming in his freshman year Stephen Decatur's ever had. A couple times state champ in the junior leagues. He was a Mawa national champion 2 times. And here he is, freshman night, going up against a senior.
And, of course, has quite the pedigree from his dad, Elijah, who also wrestled here at Decatur.
Latre was his dad. Yep.
Latre.
Graduated in
I'm going to get that right.
2006.
Has it been that long?
Duck, you're old.
We're both old, Todd.
I like to say you're older. I don't know
Okay.
if that's true.
Leggett trying to control the head here in neutral.
Both these guys are going to be outside shooters, I think. I don't think you're going to see a lot of tie-ups.
Well, I think any tie-ups you see are going to be defensive in nature. So.
Yeah, they're going to fill each other out. So, yeah, Collick's coming up a weight class. Test himself right off the bat in high school.
Against a senior regional qualifier, it's quite the first match for your varsity campaign.
Yeah, state qualifier. There you go. Nice outside single, knocks him down on his hip. It's going to be tough to finish on these seniors. He's not used to the strength on these kids. Gets the 2. Nice job.
Aaron gave up a little bit on that whizzer on defense, and it's kind of led to that takedown going out of bounds. High school wrestling has gotten a lot more liberal with the takedown on the line.
Yeah, just 2 points in, and the refs are going to let you wrestle, I think, anymore. It's great. If they go to a college rule, I'd really like to see that too. Oh, Leggett, nice double leg. Oh, he's in trouble.
That's some good defense by.
Man, step over.
Good defense by
His dad
Collick.
would be proud on that one because that's his dad. His dad had a nice step over too. He is in trouble. That is deep. But
that is deep.
But that. Wow. Welcome to high school.
Yes, welcome to high school indeed.
Wow.
Elijah Collick, a pin of a state-ranked senior for his first match out of the gate.
Wow. Good job. Good job. And Leggett comes on. I think he plays football. I'm not sure, but I know last year in the beginning he wasn't the same kid he was later in the season. You know, he was coming off another season, so he's going to be back.
We saw him with Parkside. We saw him at the Christmas tournament, and that was the consensus among the Parkside coaches. Is that kid's going to be a problem later in the season. I think we're going to see the same thing this year, but he ran into a freshman buzzsaw tonight.
Yeah, I think Elijah Collick put the state on notice right there. Few people know about him. But
Dion Finney for Wicomico finished 5th at Baysides last year, was a regional qualifier, and lost to Decatur's Liam Hugas in the Concy semis to end his season.
And he's got Liam again. Ends it and starts it. Same kid. Liam last year was a Bayside champ, just missed going to states in a tough bracket at 120.
Finished 3rd in any other year. 3rd would get you to the states, but with last year, with the split of regionals, you had to finish top 2.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that led to a 3rd place finish not being good enough to be a state qualifier.
Yeah, the COVID year, state had to make some changes, and not all of them were positive, but we got the state tournament in, and the best kids won. So they're going to fix it this year and go back to the old system. Nice duck on
That
her.
was a nice duck on
Got
her.
a nice reinforced armbar. He's working out to the side. Decatur's kind of known for this reinforced armbar and a lot of tilts. But
Anybody who's seen a Decatur match has seen arm bars and tilts many, many, many times.
yep, he's going to jump aside, flatten him out. This kid's too strong to get bumped down. If he's staying right there, he's going to be good.
Finney did rip the tight waist off, but unfortunately did not keep the hand control he would have needed to start working toward that escape. And Liam goes back to work on top.
And Finney's that's the one kid that won last year, right? In the dual meet?
I believe so. Yeah.
Last year was
that was the one weight class that
78-6. Stephen Decatur won, and Finney was the only victory in that dual meet. He pinned Donovan Henry last year. Donovan's not on the varsity yet, but that's a tough kid, so he's a quality wrestler for sure.
And we're rolled out of bounds, I believe, as Liam was working the bar.
Andrew Wade's our ref tonight. I believe a state champ from Easton High School. Him and his brother wrestled at the college level.
Yep, Andrew and Matthew.
Yep. Nice crowd tonight, Duck.
I am loving
nice
the energy.
Yeah, I mean, we got
Junior Seahawks rolled in here deep. They're certainly providing a good portion of the noise, but I'd love to see this many youth wrestlers coming out to
got the
see
ankle laced.
the team they're aspiring to be on.
Yeah, making some noise.
Finney peels off the half. Well done on that.
Yeah, he's strong, man. If he was getting broken down, this probably match would be over, but he's not getting broken down by Hughes. And Hughes,
I don't know that his chest is at the mat yet,
No,
and I
that's
know
the
that's
key.
got to be frustrating Hughes right now.
2-0. 2-0. He's hanging in there.
Got to think Hughes was looking for a little bit more of an advantage coming out of the first period
Yeah,
than 2-0.
maybe another takedown, maybe some back points, but we'll see what happens here. Going neutral. Wow, let's go neutral. I think you're scared of those tilts. Don't blame him. Get back up on your feet.
And, go where you feel most confident, and I believe Dion does feel most confident on his feet.
Liam's reaching a little bit. I think anybody his first dual meet, it's nice for coaches to just see what your kids are doing right and wrong. That's a nice shot. With the elbow, dumped him, nice. Shane, see, there's something later in the year. You keep that elbow and you get back points. Now you don't even have a takedown.
Yep.
And Finney's doing a great job fighting it.
He is. He's
He can
keeping
get
his
his
hips in
hips
good
out.
position.
Turn.
Yep.
There's another takedown.
Liam recognized the opportunity
right to a
go
tilt.
behind.
This is where Decatur kills you. Kids get frustrated on the takedown, and they take a second off, and you go right to your back in a tilt. And he's in trouble here if Liam can lift the head. There he goes.
Yep.
Another fall, Decatur.
Another Decatur pin worked off of actually used to the tight waist to that trapped near side arm.
Yep. 18-0. Guess we expect to see probably Aaron August here, right? Yeah, Aaron August.
I believe it should be Aaron and we have Aaron August, who was a Bayside finalist last year and finished 4th at regionals. And I believe for Y High we're going to be getting Davidson Fortinell.
High School's Aaron August versus Y High Davidson Fortinell.
Davidson Fortinell, that's him, coach. All right, so August is, like you said, runner-up in the Bayside, went 26-9 last year, sophomore. Actually, coach's son, and coach's sons usually are pretty good.
Tend to be fundamentally sound.
Yeah, definitely, and you can see it. I mean, he's put a lot of time in the weight room. Looks bigger and stronger for sure than last year. Fortinell's going to have his hands full. Oh, wow, quick on the pick. Dropped right in, didn't waste any time. Inside trip.
Fortinell unfortunately tried to defend going after the head. And that's a rookie mistake you do not want to make.
I see that so much. And I tell you, it's going to be the last time we see it tonight. I imagine we're seeing it, especially the heavyweights are big victims of that. Right to the reinforced bar tilt. Aaron likes legs, though, so we'll see if he tries to slip those in as well.
Looks like he is going for the far side bar.
Yeah, now Fortinell is going to make the mistake of staying on his belly. A lot of kids feel safe there. And
Aaron puts in the leg. He's
there
in.
It is.
It's almost in guillotine
Yep,
position.
it's going for it. He's going to dive through, I'm guessing. Oh, he let go of the wrist. I have not yelled at a kid for doing that before. That's tough getting out.
How many times do you think you've yelled wrist control in your career?
Too many.
I know in mine.
Not anymore, though, Doc. Not anymore.
That's true.
Fortinell is going to be in big trouble if he tries to stay down there all night.
Well, he's got a tough decision to make. Does he want to back into his legs and
that's a tough one.
give Aaron the chance to put the legs in deeper?
Yep.
Does he want to come up to his elbows and give Aaron the chance to run a bar or a half?
Yep.
But if he lays there, he's going to get nailed for stalling. So he's in a bit of a conundrum.
Yeah, some decisions to make here.
So these Y High kids, I think, are going to find out over the course of the year. They're going to get a little bit more faith in that whizzer as a defense and not give up on it so quickly. They're going to find out that it does work.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, you can look at it two ways. Russell and Decatur, you know, 3-time state champs in a row. Is Y High thankful they get them off the schedule, Coach? What do you think? You've had it both ways. You
Absolutely.
like it that way?
Absolutely.
Get it done?
I want it done and out of the way.
Get it done. Okay.
When I helped at Mardella, I was, it never hurt my feelings when you guys were first. So I was like, yep, let's just get that one out of the way, try and get out healthy.
Roll through, cross wrist tilt. Sloppy. He should be scoring with this, but Fortinell's doing a nice job. And he cleared the wrist. Perfect.
But with a team that's building toward trying to get to Decatur's level, with Parkside, I'm glad you guys are at the end of the schedule. It'll be a great chance to see where we are in the grand scheme of things.
Right. And, I mean, Coach Stone getting 50 kids in the room this year.
That is remarkable.
You've been there.
I started with the Y High program in 1994, and we never
Nice switch off the
have had 50 kids in the 29 years since then. So we got into the low 40s in 2012. When
we had a great year.
When we went to the state, we went to the state duels. Lost by one weight class in the state semis against a great winners mill team. But even that team, our high water mark was about 42 kids. Nate weighed in 49 tonight. So it's a great sign of the future. Now, only about a half a dozen of them have experience.
Oh, this is tough. Bar with a half. He slips out of the bar, but he's still going to fight this half, and it's going to be tough. A minute 24, I wouldn't want to be down there.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of good options on getting out. He's doing a good job trying to bridge.
There it is. Yep. He fought for a while, but then he got Aaron August got something tight. Turned him over for the fall. Decatur Seahawks 24-0. Going to 132.
We're expecting Skylar Parsons from Y High, who should be facing off against Reed Kamey.
Yep, Reed Kamey just checked in. Reed Kamey was a kid. He's a junior this year.
Third at Bayside, second in regionals, and sixth at the state. For my money, probably one of the more surprising state place winnings. He picked a great weekend to have a great weekend.
Oh, he did. I mean, we actually did at the regional. He was losing in the semi and hit a throw with about 5 seconds left to get him to go to states, and then had a great state tournament. But he was a kid, much like the Leggett kid, who progressed through the year. Started off really slow. So if he can avoid that beginning of the season lull, and we'll find out tonight what he looks like, but if he can avoid that and start off strong and get better, that'd be much better than coming in slow and trying to get better. So we'll see what Kamey's put some work in too.
Well, the bane of all coaches' existence in Maryland is the regional point system, and you certainly don't want to give away points early in a season.
Right.
So
make more trouble for your bracket at the end.
Yeah, getting off to a hot start is the best thing you can do for racking up those regional points.
And staying healthy. And I think right now, Decatur pretty much is at full strength. I don't think they're missing anybody. They had some great JV kids. Actually, the JV result tonight, Stephen, we had 2 mats at JVs. I don't know how many mats they ran, but it was a final. It was 102-3.
I think they had to have run.
Oh, nice takedown on
15 matches at least.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Maybe
again,
it had to have been more than
takedown
that.
right to a cross wrist.
Right to a cross wrist.
Yep.
And if you've seen a Decatur match, you've seen this. So
it's tough to stop, Doc. It really is. Nice job coming out and right to legs, and that's a figure 4. And he's gonna try to go to Saturday Night Ride here.
A traditional leg lift Turk, correct?
Well, he probably should have taken it out, but we'll see what he does right here. His high leg up. The kid, what's that kid's name again, Coach?
It is Skylar Parsons.
Skylar Parsons. Did a nice job clearing the leg. Lucky for him, but now he's going right back to the tilt.
He's doing a pretty good job. Well,
close,
now he's in trouble,
yeah.
but he was doing a good job of staying out of near fall criteria. But Reed was able to force the position over. Now he comes in with a good hard cross face.
And he's experienced, Coach. I mean, this kid really locking up a cradle here, but he came in big for the team last year in the state finals. Went to overtime, down by 3 points.
He really was an underrated piece of that dual meet team.
Yeah, he came up huge, and put us in a tie match with one match left in the duel last year against Middleton to help us win. So Wicomico does a great job. Known him since he was a baby. His wife and my wife went to college together. So
Did you put a headgear in his crib to make sure he
well,
went to
I
Decatur?
have pictures of me and Kevin Gilligan holding him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So it's come a long way. All right, so I think did Kami go down or Parsons go top?
I'm not entirely sure. I missed the choice.
All right, Parsons back on top. Oh, nice.
And Kami immediately goes
right to offense. See,
sit out
that's the difference.
attack.
Like if you, and maybe that's why you say you'd rather see him early, because you can see kids that go escape, takedown, and look right on his back. We're there in 11 seconds, Coach.
Yeah,
We went
exactly.
escape,
Escape, takedown,
fall in 17 seconds.
Yep.
That's nice work, and that's really what young wrestlers got to learn to do. You don't get happy with getting the escape.
Yeah, get immediately on the attack.
Get to your offense.
You get newer wrestlers who are more afraid to make a mistake and so they don't necessarily go on the offense. And you get an experienced wrestler who's confident in what he knows. It's hard to beat.
Yeah. This is Stephen Decatur's captain, senior Logan Intrieri. Probably should have been a state place winner last year, but got a horrible draw because Maryland again doesn't seed the state tournament.
Well, there will be some modified seeding this year, I believe. I believe number one seeds will be seeded this year.
I'm hoping so.
I'm pretty sure that's the change that was made. Is number one seeds will be seeded this year.
There was some talk of it last year,
and
I offered my help at the state tournament. I haven't got the phone call back yet.
Can't imagine Mike Duffy didn't return your call.
No, I know. It's so hard. Thank you, Duffy. It's out to you. My phone number.
Yeah.
You have it, Duff. Give me a call.
Because I'm sure Mike Duffy's on this live stream right now.
Oh, he should be.
Hey,
So-
I tweeted it out to PSAA.
Is this Noah Parsons?
I believe this is Laquan McBride.
Oh, Laquan McBride. Okay.
Hopefully we'll find out in a second. We'll get some, we could ask for some help from the head table and ask him who it is.
Yeah. It's Laquan McBride. Has he checked in? Yeah.
Okay. So this is High's Laquan McBride going against Logan Intrieri, who was Bayside champion last year and second in regional, but again fell victim to
Beautiful
the
dump.
MPSAA's lack of seeding at the state tournament and some good wrestlers.
Dump. Right.
Oh, look, it's a takedown directly to a bar. Where have we seen that
And
tonight?
he's going to run the bar. He can tilt it,
Yeah,
but he
he's
likes
going
to
with
run it.
he's going with the far side wrist,
Yeah.
and he's looking to run it.
And his dad's loving this because, yeah, true. Wow. 20 seconds. I want to say something, too. The Intrieri kid at the end of the season had a neck surgery. He got a couple vertebrae fused.
Oh, my.
And he was sitting out for a long time. He was just really cleared a couple weeks ago to go full contact again. So he was really dedicated, wanted to wrestle because it was something that could have been career-ending if he didn't get the surgery. Had the surgery, coming back strong, going to wrestle. Going to wrestle in college. He's been out looking. I think we're looking at 2 forfeits, aren't we?
I think we are. Right now, High is slated to give forfeits at 145 and 152. They're
Right,
deep
Coach
in numbers
Stone
this
decided,
year, but
yeah.
they are very light in experience. They weighed in, I believe, 49 wrestlers, but again, they've only got about half a dozen with high school experience. That's
CJ Lyons is a senior, so, coaches have different philosophies. I never question it. You can put kids out and take a beating or sit them on the bench and protect their egos sometimes.
Well,
it really depends on the kid and the coach.
And also, does the kid have the ability to defend himself?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, very true.
But-
So that was CJ Lyons, tough kid senior, and this is he's going to receive a forfeit as well. This is Marion Manuel, who's I believe a second-team All-Bayside safety for Decatur. Tough kid.
Interesting.
4.0.
Nice.
4.0 student. Great student, too.
Love them when you got to love athletes when they're smart. It's one less thing you have to worry about.
man.
It's looking at that eligibility list.
Yeah, big things on the future for him.
So, as I was saying, High is deep in numbers, but unfortunately not deep in experience, and that's one obstacle you face when coaching at a school where you're not getting a lot of kids into a feeder program.
Right.
You're getting hallway kids, and High's got a pretty good track record with turning hallway kids into wrestlers.
Yeah.
But it's going to take more than one dual meet for that to happen. This High team's going to look very different competition-wise, I think, at the end of the season when Parkside sees them at the city championship than Decatur's seeing tonight.
This is Brock Lawson for High, Coach. Did he have a brother?
Believe he did.
Looks
I'm not.
Looks familiar. I don't know.
I'll have to find out if he was one of Isaac's and Noah's brothers or not.
Okay.
certainly looks like it.
Yeah, it does. And this is Evan Hayworth at 160 pounds.
He was
probably a 52-pounder.
He was third in Bayside and third in regionals last year.
Yeah, tough kid as well, senior. He loves wrestling, coach, but he's really a jiu-jitsu MMA guy. That's his real passion.
And that is a great skill set to come in with.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know a kid is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, it can cause problems. I have probably the luckiest wrestler in Maryland history, Eddie Miller, got to a state final because nobody on that side of the bay knew he was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
Right, yeah, him. I think of Brent Lauren from Bel Air back in the day where he was a big time. I don't know if he was Jiu-Jitsu or karate. Again, cross wrist, reinforced. Now he's got to flatten him out. So he's bumping him forward. There you go. That's what you want to do. And he's elevating, and he pinned him. He was working for hand control. Wasn't watching his shoulders.
Wasn't watching the shoulders, yep.
That happens sometimes. So that's when a tilt turns to a pin when you don't watch your shoulders. You're just looking for
can't lay
hand
there.
Control.
Got to recognize you can't have both scapula on the mat.
2 seconds, not like the professionals. That goes out to Mr. Billings. He loves to say the professionals.
Love you, Fred.
For 3 seconds. High school, 2 seconds on the scapula, upper back. Now, unfortunately for Y High, I just don't know who they're going to send out to match this kid. Y High's sending out.
I believe it's Caleb Robinson.
Caleb Robinson. Okay. And we're sending out, Decatur sending out Gavin Salido, Bayside champ, state runner-up, first team all Bayside football.
Caleb Robinson, I believe, is new to the sport of wrestling, but not football. He was honorable mention at linebacker for Bayside. So
same position. Look at them muscles, both of them.
So we've got two high-level football players going at it right now on the mat.
Well, you can tell they've been in the weight room. That's a great thing about football. And luckily at Decatur, our football coach has been working really closely with the wrestling team and trying to get kids to get in the weight room for both sports. Just mutually beneficial.
And that's a connection that's paying dividends for Y High as well. Stone. Y High head coach Nate Stone started coaching this year, and Y High coach Isaiah Taylor has been a big supporter of the Y High wrestling program.
Oh, that's
and we're starting to see it in the numbers that are coming in the room. As John Madden said, if I was a high school coach, all my linemen would wrestle. So you can't.
Salido, a little bit of an athlete. You can notice he's got an armbar and a wrist, but he's running it like a tilt. He's a little raw, but he gets the job done just out of tenaciousness for sure. Ref Matt Wade stopped it for potential, just cranking that armbar a little bit out of the realm of
legality.
What's the word? Legal motion, range of motion.
Range of motion.
Normal
range of motion.
Range of motion. Thank you, Doc.
Well, it's potentially dangerous for the wrestler.
A lot of stuff would be wrestler. Yeah, everything's somewhat subjective. Back to the armbar. He's trying to reinforce it. Yeah, this kid's definitely been in the weight room because. Salido's a handful for anybody. So with the bar on the wrist, he should be running this.
And he's got to watch the angle on that bar.
Wade's already called this once.
The hands going up toward the shoulder, and of course on a bar, it's got to stay at 90 degrees.
And again, Salido's, he was just in that state champion run. He's only been in the room a couple weeks now.
He actually showed up for weight certification the day after a playoff game.
Yeah.
And made past hydration. I was
like
in shock.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and was at weight certification the next day. That's
a dedicated
dedication.
kid. He is a dedicated kid, no doubt. Leader on the team. He's going to chin hook this.
Robinson throughout the year is going to learn that he does not want to grab across the body from bottom like
15
that.
seconds, though. I think he looks strong enough that he might be able to make this.
Post the leg out and keep that shoulder up. Just keep that shoulder up.
Oh,
nope.
Not enough.
Ran out of time with just 5 seconds left. But again, I think if we see Caleb Robinson at Baysides in February, we're going to see a very different wrestler.
That kid's trouble, man. And Nate Stone's got to be happy to have him in the room.
2.5 months in practice with Nate Stone and Kelly Pullen and Alex Pullen and Alex Meitner. I think you're going to see a very different wrestler in about 2.5 months.
Right, no doubt. Yeah, he's got to like having these athletes. And they're going to pay off here in the upper weight class because these next few weight classes, Decatur lacks a little bit of experience. Not necessarily here getting a forfeit. Looks like Coach Stone's sending out a forfeit for Parker and Tereri. Another forfeit from Y High. That's Logan's brother.
Parker was 3rd at Bayside last year and 4th at regionals. And not really thrilled about taking a forfeit, but
Yeah.
you don't really mind seeing that as a coach. It's like, I want a kid who wants to be out there and wrestle.
Now at 195, Stephen Decatur High School,
Thomas.
versus White High's Thomas Jones.
Thomas Jones, Duck.
Thomas Jones from Y High facing off against Decatur's Cole Kohut. Unfortunately, I can't tell you a whole lot about Mr. Jones.
He looks another good physique. Nice double leg. Kohut. So Kohut's an interesting kid. You don't see too many kids built like that. As gosh, Cole's a junior. Duck, I'd give you 50 guesses of what his other sport is, but I'm just going to tell you, he's a golfer.
Yeah, of course he is. I was going to say that or tennis.
He's a golfer. And he actually just flew back from Las Vegas this morning to make this match to get to school on time.
Really?
Yeah, he was at a camp and
For
something.
golfing?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Looks like Jones reached over a little bit.
And again, these are mistakes of inexperience that I don't think you'll see Y High making in January and February.
Yeah, Kohut's not. This is probably, again, 95, 220 heavy. These guys got to progress for Decatur for them to make another run. But Kohut went 9-2 last. That's a nice outside.
It was.
Cuts over to a double.
Controlling the legs, trying to
smart
work up the
kid.
body.
Smart kid. He's learning how to wrestle, no doubt.
Going
Right
over
to-
the shoulder, I have a feeling that August will be coaching him up a little bit on staying underneath the armpits as he's working up the body. But now going right to that bar.
Yeah, I think the bigger kids are going to like to run the bar and the wrist, and the little kids are going to run the
Bar
reinforced
and the wrist.
tilts. The bar tilts, yeah. Well, reinforced bar.
Okay.
Far wrist, near wrist.
But it's Decatur. There's going to be a bar involved.
Yes, most likely. Coach
But-
Duck here wrestled for legendary Coach Pat Briscoe. It's too long of a backstory for all of his accomplishments.
Yeah, what? Look at Coach Briscoe's?
Yes, all of yours and his.
Yeah, mine, it would not take that long.
What is Coach Briscoe lets him up? He's getting frustrated on top. He's got to get better at top or really get after these takedowns.
I wouldn't mind Jones having a little bit higher hand position at neutral. He's keeping his hands a little bit too low for my liking, but as long as he can bring him up in time to defend.
Throw by on your knees. Usually the guy on his knees loses, and he does.
Yeah.
Right to a.
And that kind of hip positioning and body positioning just comes with time on the mat.
Yeah. Again, that's another studly looking kid. You know, you can't get those kids out of the hallway that are built like that. So Coach Stone and Coach Pullen are going to have to do some work with those football players, but you can't fix physiques that quick. So
No, so I mean, it's certainly the brand of molding clay you'd like to start with if you're a sculptor. So
now Decatur's throwing out Nate McDaniel, a sophomore JV varsity football player on and off, and this is varsity debut. These last two weights are going to be places for Y High to put some points on the board, down 72-0.
And Y High is going to be answering with Chris Wells, who yet another honorable mention linebacker. Chris Wells, yet another honorable mention linebacker for the Y High Indians. That football pipeline, as it continues, is going to really pay off dividends in the next few years.
Right after it.
There's some confidence and aggression that we have not seen from Y High much this match.
Crowd's getting into it.
Chris Wells has got the look of a wrestler who plans on winning this match, so it's interested to see.
Yeah, McDaniel's a really 95-pounder, but he's going to have to wrestle 220 a lot this year for himself and the team, I believe. So he's going to have to progress too. Both these guys, again, are going to look a lot different in a few months, but tonight's a good test for both of them making their varsity debuts. Nice single legs.
Right to it. I do like the aggression that
real nice. He's being patient.
that Wells is showing here. Yeah, he's
nice
bringing
wizard.
up the leg.
Okay.
Made sure
Nice
the knee
takedown.
stayed above the hip line to maintain control of it.
Coming out front though, rookie mistake.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Dropping his hips.
Need to get immediately behind. He does all that work, and yet it's going to be McDaniel that gets the takedown.
Yeah, 2-2. No, he got his two, Coach.
Oh, okay, it'll be a reversal.
But still 2-2. And that's tiring. You get all that, especially when you're first match. You're like, man.
And you're 220. I mean,
Yeah.
because at this point, to
cardio.
get up, you're pushing up 400 pounds.
Yeah. A lot of people forget about that.
Because it's not just your 220, it's the other guy's 200 pounds too.
Yeah. Look at the weigh-in sheet. I'll go back and find this. See the, looks like McDaniel weighed 189.
I'm sure Wells was pretty close to the 220 limit.
Yeah, I would think so too. He's a big-looking kid. 219.
And the other factor we have to remember in December as he reaches back, which you do not want to do,
Again,
is fatigue. These kids have just not been on the mat long enough.
Wow. Again, that kid, that's going to be a different match.
Yep.
Later down the year. That's a very easy thing to fix for Coach Stone. You know, not reaching back is not reaching back.
But kudos to McDaniel for taking advantage of the mistake in a definitive manner.
And again, that might goes back to what you said about Russell McCater earlier. They're going to make you pay for your mistakes, whereas other teams, you might get away with that. And so you fix it now instead of having to fix it in February.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but I think Mr. Wells has got a bright future in front of him.
Oh, man. These kids are, I mean,
I can't wait to see what he looks like in February.
This is, I think we're going to have another football matchup, Coach?
We are. For Y High, this is Jabez Baptiste. He was first team all Bayside offensive line.
Okay.
So this is a man who's this is a young man who's used to moving some muscle in front of him.
And Garrett Maloney was an honorable mention offensive lineman as well. So
we've got yet another match of all Bayside honorees from the football team.
Look, if the football players are not running track and they're not playing basketball, that's exactly where they should be. Especially the bigger guys.
Well, as I love to tell football kids who said they wanted to lift in the off seasons, weights don't push back.
Correct.
Other football players push back. You need to be in a wrestling room. Get your footwork better.
These guys do. Baptiste pushing the action, getting to a knee. I like it. And again, these guys had some playoff victories as well. Right, Y High won their first, second round of playoffs, probably?
I believe so, yes.
So, again, you miss a little, when your football season gets pushed back a little bit. Nice double leg.
Let's see how Baptiste defends this. Right now he's going around the waist, which is not really what you would coach.
And he stayed on his knees.
But he's keeping his feet back enough that his weight's pushing down the head. So when they go back and look at the tape, I think they'll definitely be telling him this is technique we want to clean up. But right now, it hasn't cost him yet.
Now, he's on his knees. If he was off his knees there, Coach, he would have worn him down. But staying on his knees hurt him.
And with heavyweights, it's just so important that those knees come off the mat. You want to put the full force of your weight on your opponent. Make him lift both of you.
Yeah, this is 550 pounds out here rolling around now.
So
nice shot. Good defense.
So he'll learn very quickly. Get those knees off the mat. Get the full force of your weight on your opponent.
These guys are doing some good. You can tell they've just been in the room a little bit. They got some good skills, but they're making some mistakes. Simple things to clean up.
And kind of a whizzer there by Baptiste.
Just again,
but
you're that heavy, you put your weight on him.
But he made the smarter mistake instead of coming around front, trying to grab around the stomach to go around the back.
Yeah. So he said again, stayed out front. That's what the other, the 220 did. Got out front a little bit.
He's going to want to cross-face that head away.
Well, it looks like he's going half Nelson here.
Well, let's see if he goes power half. No, looks like we're going.
That would have served him well if he could have. Inside.
Love to see him get the far wrist
down.
here.
Oh, Maloney's head's down.
Oh,
he's going to learn a lesson here too. Lesson learned.
Baptiste will want to spread his feet here. His hips need to rotate a little bit more toward the. There we go.
2 seconds.
2 seconds away, and the shutout is denied.
Y-High, big win at the end to keep the goose egg off the board. That's good as a coach to finish off something like that. Feel better about your team's effort. So Baptiste with the victory. And again, that's one of those matches that are going to look different at the end of the year too. So
well, this is a very strong Stephen Decatur team that I think has shown that it is still the class of Bayside. There is them, and there are 14 other teams chasing them. It's just going to be a matter of can a team like Parkside, Queen Anne, or Kent Island actually rise themselves up to Stephen Decatur's level. Coach Martinek, what are your final thoughts for the evening before we end the broadcast?
I mean, Y-High lost 78-6, but I'm impressed by what they have there in terms of athletes and numbers. I thought Decatur was going to be down a little bit more. Elijah College, coming out
He
and
has definitely served notice to the state of Maryland,
and
and
leg
he
it.
is here to do damage as a freshman.
Yeah, stepping over on a senior and getting the fall. So, I mean, it's good wrestling. And if we can, with an atmosphere like this, that's all good for the Bayside too. You know, we got a bunch of little kids in the gym who are going to come out and be the next generation wrestlers, parents, and alumni. It was good. I think both teams are going to do well, and they'll have a nice video to watch. It's new to us, and they can learn something.
Well, that'll do it for us here at Stephen Decatur High School in Berlin. We'd like to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Duck, and this has been Todd Martinek. And thank you for joining us for Stephen Decatur High School Wrestling.